Meghan Markle news latest, humiliation as Prince Harry snubbed by kid and mistaken for Christmas tree salesman in L.A. Prince Harry was Christmas tree shopping with Meghan Markle when he was reportedly mistaken for a shop worker. Whilst out buying a tree last year at a shop in Santa Barbara, the Sussexes were approached by a boy who was still in the shop. According to reports at the time, Harry and Meghan were allowed into the shop whilst it was empty, but one family was still in there. The child ran through the trees to the Duke and asked if he worked here, shop salesman James Almaguer claimed. Posting on Twitter, James wrote at the time, "We had our lot empty when they got there. Their agent promoted them a good time to come instead of us shutting it down. There was one family in there and their stoked little son ran through trees up to Harry and asked if he worked here, not knowing who that is." Prince Harry has previously spoke about mental health. Prince Harry has recently spoken of how the rise in job resignations during the coronavirus pandemic isn't all bad, and he is pleased that people are putting their mental health and happiness first. The prince previously opened up about his mental health earlier this year in a documentary with Oprah Winfrey, claiming that his family showed total neglect for his mental health woes. He spoke about his struggles with his mental well-being and the trauma that haunts him after the death of Mother Princess Diana. Both Harry and Meghan have talked openly about their struggles with mental health. Meghan, 40, told Oprah during their bombshell interview that she had been struggling with suicidal thoughts after joining the firm. William reveals way Diana eased back-to-school nerves. Prince William has revealed that Princess Diana used to have a song she played for him and his brother Prince Harry to put them at ease before it was time to return to school. On a recent episode of the Apple Fitness Plus series, Time to Walk, where Prince William featured as a special guest, he was asked to choose 3 of his favorite songs. The first song that he chooses is Tina Turner's The Best, which is played while the prince shows viewers the video of him at the Queen's Sandringham estate. "When I was younger, Harry and we were at boarding school. And my mother used to play all sorts of songs to kind of while away the anxiety of going back to school," William said. Adding, "And one of the songs I massively remember and has stuck with me all this time, and I still, to this day, still quite enjoy secretly, is Tina Turner's The Best, because sitting in the back seat, singing away, it felt like a real family moment. Quitting work brings joy." Prince Harry abandoned life as a working royal nearly 2 years ago, but now the royal has caused fury online after saying that quitting your job can bring joy and should be celebrated. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex chose to step down as members of the royal family in January 2020 and have begun carving out a new life in the US. But now Harry, 37, claims that the rise in job resignations during the coronavirus pandemic isn't all bad, and he is pleased that people are putting their mental health and happiness first. Wills and Kate want to Christmas traditions going. But an expert has claimed Wills and wife Kate Middleton will still send Christmas gifts to Archie and Lilibet. Speaking to OK! Magazine, royal expert Katie Nichols said the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge still want to keep their Christmas traditions going. When asked if they would be sending Archie and Lilibet presents, Katie said, "Yes, of course. They give gifts to the whole family and that includes all their nieces and nephews." William says Queen and whole royal family love walking. Prince William has said the Queen still takes her beloved corgis for a stroll, as he revealed his whole family loves walking, but failed to mention to his brother Harry. In a heartfelt tweet, the Duke of Cambridge told of his family's fondness for walking alongside a snap of him standing outside St. Mary Magdalene Church, Sandringham. The 39-year-old wrote of the monarch, 95, still enjoying walks, as well as about his father Prince Charles and kids Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, yet didn't include Harry amid their ongoing rift. Will shared the message as he says he hopes to inspire a few other people to get active and take some extra time for their own mental health by talking about some of his stories and favorite songs on an episode of Apple's Time to Walk podcast. He tweeted, "My whole family have a passion for walking, whether it's my grandmother still taking her corgis out at 95, my father embarking on lengthy rambles over the summer in Scotland, or my own children making their first appearance at our annual walk to church on Christmas at Sandringham." Queen reassures family she is on the mend. The Queen last week told the royal family she is now far better and able to host the traditional Christmas at Sandringham following her health scare, according to sources. Her Majesty, 95, has moved to reassure her family she is on the mend and looking forward to the festive family gathering at her Norfolk estate. Fears over the Queen's health were sparked in recent weeks after the monarch was forced to pull out of a number of engagements due to a back sprain. On the advice of her doctor, she has been resting at Windsor Castle after becoming injured almost 2 weeks ago. Last month she spent a night in hospital for an unspecified condition. Continued. Royal expert and author Duncan Larcombe told the Mirror, "I think we're looking at 3 Christmases rolled into one for William and Kate and their children. There will be Christmas on their own with their kids, the more formal celebrations at Sandringham with William's family, and then time with Kate's family, the Middletons. But something we know for sure about William and Kate is that they want their children to feel normal, and so they certainly won't be lavishing them with expensive gifts, that's for certain. They won't let them be spoiled." Diana gave away William and Harry's Christmas gifts. Princess Diana would return or give away some of Prince William and Prince Harry's gifts, her former bodyguard has said. The People's Princess was well known for breaking royal protocol, and her former security, Ken Worf, has now told how determined she was to keep her boys down to earth. He says that every festive season young William and Harry would be sent hordes of gifts from businesses, as well as members of the public. But the Princess of Wales was so mindful that her children could be spoiled, that she would donate many to charity, or even return them. Mr. Worf told OK, Diana was very careful to ensure that they weren't flooded with gifts. Gifts did appear from unknown sources, and they were often returned or given to charity because they didn't need them. He said that she was very conscious about what she bought because she knew the hallway at Sandringham would be full of presents. The People's Princess was well known for breaking royal protocol, and her former security, Ken Worf, has now told how determined she was to keep her boys down to earth. He says that every festive season young William and Harry would be sent hordes of gifts from businesses, as well as members of the public. But the Princess of Wales was so mindful that her children could be spoiled, that she would donate many to charity, or even return them. Mr. Worf told OK, Diana was very careful to ensure that they weren't flooded with gifts. Gifts did appear from unknown sources, and they were often returned or given to charity because they didn't need them. He said that she was very conscious about what she bought because she knew the hallway at Sandringham would be full of presents.